It's morning. Soft sunlight streams through tall trees in an open park. The sky is a light, airy blue, dotted with fluffy white clouds. A light mist rises lazily from the dewy grass, which is covered with hundreds of brightly colored yet soft, blooming flowers. Birds hop among the blossoms, chirping a gentle song. Here and there, a petal or two slowly spins and drifts to the ground in slow motion. It's a day like any other, yet somehow very special. A kindly old woman sits on a nearby bench beneath the shade of a large tree. She slowly opens a book and begins to read, occasionally glancing up to watch the birds or to take in the beautiful surroundings. Beside her, a man quietly feeds some crumbs to the birds gathered on the ground. He takes great joy in their playful energy as they flutter around him, chirping and hopping closer to him, unafraid. A young girl, no older than 5, skips happily toward them, her laughter echoing softly. She holds out a handful of seeds for the birds. The old man smiles and watches as she joins him and her grandmother under the tree. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, the camera follows a middle-aged couple strolling slowly along a garden path. They stop to admire the flowers and share a quiet moment together, lost in thought and each other's company. At a nearby table, an elderly man waters his small collection of potted plants, humming a soft tune. His hands move slowly but with purpose as he tends to his garden. The camera lingers on his weathered hands, revealing a lifetime of stories etched into every line and wrinkle. In a quiet corner of the park, 2 elderly friends sit on a bench, deeply absorbed in a game of checkers. Their faces are creased with concentration as they contemplate their next moves. Every now and then, one of them will let out a soft chuckle at some unspoken joke or memory, causing the other to smile and shake his head fondly. Nearby, a group of children laugh and play, their joyous energy adding a lively soundtrack to the scene. The camera turns its attention to an elderly man standing in his kitchen. Sunlight streams through the window, illuminating dust particles dancing in the air. He begins to prepare some tea, moving with a slow grace that speaks of years lived fully. As he waits for the kettle to boil, he pulls out a worn photo album and begins to flip through it. The photos are filled with images of family gatherings, holidays, and smiling faces from a life well lived. Each page holds a silent story, a memory that brings a smile to his face or a twinkle to his eye. He closes the album, placing it on the counter beside a steaming cup of tea. The sound of the doorbell rings, pulling him from his reverie. With a renewed sense of purpose, he sets down the album and heads to the door, eager to greet whoever has arrived. As he opens the door, a young girl stands on the welcome mat with a bouquet of fresh flowers in her hands. Her face lights up with a bright smile as she looks up at him. "For you," she says, extending the flowers toward him. The elderly man's face breaks into a wide grin, his eyes crinkling at the corners. He takes the flowers from her, his hands trembling slightly. "Oh, thank you, my dear," he says, his voice thick with emotion. "They're beautiful." As the afternoon sun bathes the park in a warm glow, an elderly gentleman pushes a swing gently with one hand. His grandson sits on the swing, giggling with delight. The grandfather's face is etched with lines of age and experience, but the twinkle in his eyes betrays his childlike joy at his grandson's happiness. The camera captures the rhythmic creaking of the swing set against the backdrop of the setting sun, creating a sense of nostalgia and the passage of time. The grandfather's gaze softens as he watches his grandson soar higher and higher, lost in a world of pure imagination and fun. Later in the day, a group of senior citizens are gathered together in a brightly lit community center. They are participating in a group discussion, sharing stories, experiences, and advice with one another. The room is filled with the murmur of voices, punctuated by bursts of laughter and applause. The camera focuses on the faces of the seniors, capturing their expressions of engagement and the wisdom that shines through their eyes. Outside, a young boy walks home from school, carrying his books and backpack. As he approaches his house, he notices an elderly woman struggling to carry her groceries. Without hesitation, he rushes to her aid, offering to help her carry her bags. The woman smiles gratefully at his kindness and accepts his help. As they walk together, the boy chats about his day at school, his enthusiasm undimmed by the weight of his books. The woman listens patiently, occasionally offering words of encouragement or sharing stories of her own youth. As evening falls, a family gathers around a dining table for dinner. The centerpiece is a simple meal of roasted chicken and vegetables, but for the family, it is a feast of love and connection. The elderly matriarch of the family, her face lined with the wisdom of years, says a prayer of gratitude before they eat. Her voice is soft but steady, a testament to a life well lived. Around the table, family members share stories of their day, their voices weaving together a tapestry of love, laughter, and support. The camera lingers on the faces of the family, capturing the bond that unites them and the joy that radiates from their shared meal. After dinner, the family moves to the living room where an elderly man sits in a comfortable armchair. His grandchildren gather around him, their faces alight with curiosity and wonder. "Grandpa, can you tell us a story?" one of them asks, his eyes shining with excitement. The old man smiles, his face crinkling at the corners. "Of course, my dears," he says, his voice a soothing balm. "Once upon a time," he begins, and the children lean closer, ready to be transported to a world of magic and adventure. As the night deepens, the city lights begin to twinkle like fallen stars. The camera pans across a quiet street, capturing a solitary figure picking up litter from the sidewalk. It's an elderly woman, her face obscured by the shadows of her wide-brimmed hat. She moves slowly but methodically, gathering fallen leaves and discarded scraps of paper. Her actions are quiet but purposeful, a testament to her deep sense of community and care for the environment. In another part of the city, a man is standing in front of an apartment building. He is waiting patiently for an elderly woman who is coming down the stairs. When she reaches the bottom, he offers her his arm, helping her cross the street. The woman smiles warmly at him, accepting his assistance without a hint of embarrassment. Together, they navigate the bustling city, their steps slow and steady. The scene shifts to a cozy interior where an elderly man is settled in an armchair beside a crackling fireplace. His gaze is fixed on the dancing flames, his expression contemplative. The room is filled with books, photographs, and artifacts that tell the story of a life well lived. As the fire crackles, the camera focuses on the man's wrinkled hands resting on his lap. These hands, with their gnarled knuckles and age spots, are not just features of an old man, but a testament to a life of work, love, and resilience. The camera slowly pans upward, capturing the man's profile. His eyes are closed, his face etched with the passage of time and experience. Despite the wrinkles and the silvering hair, there is a serenity about him that speaks of inner peace and quiet confidence. As the fire continues its mesmerizing dance, the man seems to drift in thought, lost in the labyrinth of memories and lessons that have shaped his life. The final scene is a breathtaking panorama of a sprawling city bathed in the golden hues of sunset. The camera soars above the cityscape, capturing the vast expanse of rooftops, parks, and winding streets. The panoramic view showcases the city's beauty from a unique perspective, highlighting its intricate details and the harmonious blend of urban life and natural surroundings. As the sun dips below the horizon, the sky transforms into a canvas of vibrant oranges, soft pinks, and deep purples. The camera lingers on the play of light and shadow, painting a poetic ending to the day. In the distance, the faint twinkling of city lights begins to emerge, promising an enchanting evening ahead. The tranquility of the scene is further enhanced by the gentle flow of traffic, the distant hum of human activity fading into the background as the focus remains on the majestic play of colors in the twilight sky. A feeling of peace and serenity washes over the viewer, leaving a sense of calm and contentment as the sun sets on another day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and leave your comments. See you soon. Bye.